Yo, what is good, y'all? It's Yaiba, and I'm back with another video. And in today's video, I'm coming at y'all with a little bit of a beginner's guide for Bleach Brave Souls. Now, I was inspired to do this because of a few comments on one of my videos. I don't exactly remember what they said, but I think it was one person who was like entirely new to the game, and then another returning player who said they hadn't even played since like before I had started playing, which is wild to me. So I figured, I might as well do a beginner's guide. There definitely are some that exist out there, ones that are probably made recently. So is it necessary to make one? It's not necessary, but I needed a video idea, and I thought, hey, new players and returning players, we still are getting new players to come to Bleach Brave Souls, especially since Anniversary just ended. I figured, hey, might as well do a beginner's guide. So without further ado, let's hop right into it. So first thing you're going to want to do, you're done the tutorial. You've probably gotten, whatever character you picked from the tutorial ticket. You've probably gotten a level 200 or something from the free tickets they give you, like the choose a 6-star ticket. You've probably got a few units, and you've probably got a level 200 that can help you clear some content. So the first and main thing that really the game is about and that you're going to want to be doing is collecting spirit orbs. Now, there are tons of ways to get spirit orbs, but for a beginner and, so not really returning players, but for fresh accounts, the main way you're going to be earning your spirit orbs is through solo content, aka basically story and sub-stories are your main ways to gain orbs. I'm not entirely sure the exact number of orbs you can get from story and sub-stories. I know that there's a calculation, like I know someone's done the math, but I can guarantee you it is a ton. If we hop into story right now, which I actually don't have story 100% completed. I have every single, mission done, but it's just that some missions I have like 2-star. So you can see it goes through the entirety of the Bleach story, and every single mission that you clear, if you 100%, is 5 spirit orbs. Now, normally banners are, the first 2 steps will be 150, then 200, and then after that it'll be 250 orbs. Now, when I first started playing this game, I could grind story extremely fast. I could grind probably 250 orbs back then in an hour, which, you can grind a lot more efficiently than that. I wasn't grinding the smartest way, but it was the way I knew how to grind, and it helped me stack a lot of orbs and be able to go into banners early. Because when you start a new account, the one thing you can do is farm tons of orbs and farm them extremely fast. As you can see, there's a hard mode for these stories, so you can just do them all over again and get another 5 orbs for each one that you clear. On top of that, side stories. Side stories are also the same way as where they have a hard difficulty, and there are tons of side stories. Yet again, 5 orbs for each one that you clear. This is just thousands and thousands of orbs that you can get on a new account just beginning. And an even better way to gain orbs is through sub-stories. Each one of these sub-stories, there's 5 different categories. You go into each one. We'll click the human world for an example. There's multiple pages, and each of these little sub-stories you go through, you get a 4-star character. There's 1-star sub-story, I believe, where you get a 5-star Toshiro, but normally you'll be getting a new 4-star character for every sub-story. A 4-star character is 35 orbs. Now, there's tiers. Like a 2-star character, I believe, is 5 orbs, 3-star, 25 orbs, 4-star, 35, 5-star, 50, and then a 6-star will give you 75 orbs. If you do the math, let's say, this is 6 chapters right here. That's 30 orbs on top of the 45 orbs you get. That's just 75 orbs from one sub-story. Let's say you do all of your normal stories and all of your sub-stories. I'm not sure the number you're going to be sitting on specifically, but it is going to be thousands and thousands of orbs. You are going to have tons and tons of orbs to summon for characters, and you are going to be absolutely set. You will be able to go in on any banner you want, and that'll help you get the characters that I'm going to be talking about later, such as farmers and then your DPS characters. Now, once you have all those orbs, you're like, I've got my story done, all of that. How do I get my characters stronger? Now, there are tons of ways to get your character stronger through links, accessories, link slot potions, transcendence, things like that. So, for example, I will go to my box, and let me bring up a green character that I do not have. This Nemu right here. This Christmas Nemu. So as you can see, this is just a normal based level 200 character. to make them stronger without just accessories and links, which I will get into in a little bit, and without during her SP, this is how you link slot a character. Now, link slots are extremely important in making your character stronger. The main thing you want to do for all of your characters is link slot them to the max level so you can get them to, you know, the strongest they can possibly be. Let's say you go in on the new 1000-year Blood War banner, you pull Toshiro or Soifon, you're going to want to get them, whichever one you pull, to T20, because that just makes your character stronger, and I will get into the skills that your character can unlock when you get T20. So I'll go here, and there's 3 different categories of what you'd normally get set at, because at T15 you unlock your first ability, your second one, and then at link slot level 10 for each slot, that's when your character number will change. So because I love y'all, I will waste some of my link slot potions. So as you can see, to get a character to level 10, it is 2,250 link slot potions. Now, I do not have a whole lot of link slot potions, but link slot potions are not hard to farm. I will get into how to farm them in a second. But as you can see, I'll put these into my Nemu, and you will see her character number changes to orange. Now, this indicates your link slot level has gone up to at least level 10 in each slot. Now, this is just going to give her much more DPS and make her overall a better unit. Once we add her accessories and links, it's all going to stack and just make her so much better than she would be if she was a green unit. Now, how do you farm the link slot potions to level your characters up? That's very, very important. Now, there are multiple ways to get link slot potions. These achievements you can actually buy and you can put them into your link slot potion. So each day that you log in and complete, you do 5 soul tickets, you will get the amount of link slot potions you've put your achievements into. Now, you're not going to have that when you start. So like I said, there's multiple ways to farm, but the main way that I farm is through epic raids. Now, epic raids give you tons and tons of materials. They give you these raid medals. Now, these raid medals, when you clear an epic raid, you're going to want to do ultimate 5x runs. I've been behind on my epic raids. I haven't really been farming. I've mostly been doing the co-op quest. But when you get these raid medals, you're going to take them into the medal exchange, and you're going to see that you have tons and tons and tons of stuff that you can buy to make your account better. You can scroll through your essence scrolls for transcendence, large scrolls for transcendence. All of these are used to transcend your characters. You have summons tickets, accessory tickets, editing brushes, super potions, normal potions. Now, you're not going to buy your potions really from the shop. I mean, you can. There's a set amount on them. You can buy, I believe, 30 of each, up to 15 of the link slot potions. For the super, it is also 15, so 150 of each. That's not really why you're going to want to do it. Now, you're going to want to play epic raids to exchange for your orbs, your ticket, and then you can clear out your shop. But the main reason you're going to want to clear epic raids is because when you clear an epic raid, it gives you potions, droplets. Potions and droplets for your characters. So as you can see, it is power day for the Byakuya epic raid, which means you will be getting green potions. So how do you increase the number of potions you bring? It's easy. You just need to bring a potion character. Now, I will go to my box and I will show you guys how to know if a character is a potion character. So it's power day, so green potions. I'm going to go to the power attribute to give you guys a good example. So a perfect example, let me take my filter off real quick, of a potion farmer would be this swimsuit Riruka right here. Now, you go to a character, and how do I check if they are a link slot character? All you need to do is go to their skills, and it'll tell you right here, increase technique link slot potions plus 10. Now, you're not going to probably want to check every character you can get, which is fine, because all you need to do is scroll down, I believe, to it's going to be in innate skills. No, I am completely wrong here, y'all. Sorry, I believe it. Yep, skills. Click increase link slot potions, increase super link slot potions, sort, and bang, it will show you all of your potion characters that you have in your box, which I do not have a ton. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm actually kind of lacking on potion characters. That's another topic for another day. So when it comes to your potion characters, these are going to be your ultimate farmers. For example, Max Transcended Swimsuit Rangiku, she is the best heart farmer in the game for me. And it's not just because she gives you those potions. She's perfect for epic raids because she gives you coins, super mine link slot potions, and mine droplets. Droplets and link slot potions are the things you're going to use to level your character's link slots up and make them even stronger. So I hope that helped y'all explain link slots a little bit. Now, one thing I forgot to mention and how to get more orbs is you can come over, not to character summons, excuse me, you can come over to the shop, go to exchanges, And these medal characters are the first things that I'm going to show y'all. These you get from your Brave Battle medals, which I'll get into Brave Battles in a minute, but these are not important right now. You will have Brave medals, which you can use those Brave medals to save for orbs. I would not advise this yet because it's 1,000 for just 25. 5-star tickets, yet again, wouldn't advise that yet. Or you can get these 90 million download tickets. Now these are good, but it's up to you. Save for whatever you want. You can get tons of orbs from these characters. It's at least 125 for each of the 5 stars you're seeing. Now that leads perfectly into what I'm going to show y'all here, the coin exchange. This is the absolute best way to help you stack those orbs on top of your orbs that you already would have gotten from story and sub-story. Now, what I forgot to mention is that in co-op for new accounts, you can get up to 600 spirit orbs, gaining orbs for each co-op run that you do. Now, later in the game, once your 600 orbs are up, you've gained your 600 orbs from co-op, you will not be able to gain any more orbs from co-op, sadly. So that will not be a source of orbs for you, but that'll give you a cushion of 600 orbs, which is a few multis that you will have on top of your stories, on top of your sub-stories, and what I'm about to get into here, which is buying characters with coins. As you can see, all of these 5-star characters that are in the shop, all of these characters can be leveled up, and this is all 50 orbs. All of these characters are 50 orbs. Now, this is a ton of orbs. I'm not going to count it. You can count it yourself and just calculate how many orbs this is. But this is thousands of orbs, especially when you factor in the fact that it's not just 5 stars. It's those 4 stars I was telling you about that give you 35 orbs that also stack on top of that. All of these 4 and 5-star characters, you level all of them up. Yet again, I don't know the math, but if you add these up with your stories, your sub-stories, your 600 orbs from co-op, you are going to be sitting on a hefty chunk of orbs. Like, as a new account, if you save, you can easily get over 10,000 orbs, y'all. Like, people underestimate how many orbs you can get on a new account. So I've gone over the link slots, I've gone over your orbs. Now what's next? So you've got your orbs, and you've probably, link slotted a character or two that you have off rip. Maybe you got somebody good from your tickets. Now let's say you don't. You've got your potions. Now, what should you summon on? Banners. Now I'm going to show you guys in the summoning category right now. This is a limited banner. Now, limited banners are normally what you're going to want to summon on. Limited banners include 1,000-Year Blood War. They include 9th Anniversary. They include seasonals. And there's a difference between these characters and what we would call a premium banner. So this banner right here is not a premium banner. This is an exclusive seasonal banner. This is a limited time banner. Now, a premium banner is these characters. These characters are premium. Now, what do I mean by a premium character? Well, premium characters are characters that you can pull from Brave Soul summons tickets. Now, bad at representation right now because I currently don't have any, but these little tickets right here, let's say you get 100 tickets, you pop in a 100 ticket multi, you're probably going to get at least you could get unlucky and not get anything, but you're going to get likely a few 5 stars. Now, what you pull from that is what you pull from these, the premium pool. Now, I cannot stress this enough. Do not ever summon on this banner, but I will show you guys the premium pool. And the premium pool includes any non-limited character. Yet again, just characters you can pull from tickets. So perfect example, the poster boy of the premium banner right now, 9th Anniversary Renewed Mugetsu. He's not a limited character. You could have put him on step 10, and he's in tickets. He's premium. He's very accessible. Premium units are always going to be more accessible than 1,000-Year Blood Wars. So that leads me to the question that people are going to ask. Should you summon on premium banners? Now, this banner, absolutely not. But certain banners that I can go to the album, I'd say it depends. You're going to have a lot of orbs, and there are really good premium characters, like the 9th Anniversary banner, which I did say is a limited banner. I apologize. They are not limited characters. You can actually pull the 9th Anniversary characters from tickets, so they are premium. That is an example where I would say absolutely you can summon for them. Now, typically, if it's not Anniversary, if it's not a really busted character like the Mugetsu, where you can get them guaranteed step 10, I'm going to tell you to pass. Now, the reason you want to summon on limited banners is not only because they're the best characters in the game, but because they're limited. They don't come around often. These 3 characters are not going to be back for at least another 3 months when their banner leaves, and they're phenomenal units. As you can see, another seasonal banner would be the Swimsuit banner, the 1,000-Year Blood War Masaki and Ishin. This Visored Ichigo and this Grimmjow are perfect examples of premium characters. You can pull them from tickets. So that's why it's hard to know, hey, should I pull for this premium character if, you know, somewhere down the line I have a chance to pull them from tickets. And in this game, I'd say it's all about what do you want to summon for. Play the game for fun. I'm not going to tell you, you know, you can't summon on a banner. If you want to summon on technique power attribute summons because Swimsuit Jushiro is your favorite unit in the game, by all means go for it. I'm just saying what I would advise and how I would spend my orbs, because there's going to come a time in your account where you're not going to be able to get orbs much. You're going to be fighting to get, you know, the orbs each month that K-Lab gives you because you've got all your stories done. You've got all your sub stories done. You can't get any more, you know, orbs from co-op. So let's say you summoned, let's say you went 10 steps deep on the new Thousand Year Blood War banner, you pulled Toshiro, you pulled Soifon, you got them to T10, now what do? How can you make your characters even better? Well, the first thing I'm going to tell you guys about that is extremely important is accessories. Accessories will make or break a character. If you don't have the right accessories on a character, they can still be viable for early game, but once you get into content like Inheritance Trials, you're not going to be able to clear the content efficiently. So, there are two types of characters in the game, and there's a perfect representation right here. There is SP characters who, all of their attacks, so you're going to see when you're in game, you've got about 3 different like attacks that you can press that'll do like a big move. Those are called your special moves. And then you have the one button that you can press that just looks like a sword. That's your normal attack button. There are 2 types of characters in this game, as I had mentioned. SP characters, which is what this Soifon would be. You go to her thing. As you can see, these 3 are going to be her main attacks. Her NAD can do decent damage, but it's not going to normally. She's what we call an SP character, spiritual pressure character, because obviously she inflicts damage on her strong attacks, which is why also they were not called special moves, by the way. I had a brain fart. I don't know why I didn't just call them strong attacks, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm all over the place in this video, but that's why, as you can see, she has SP level 10. And I would come to her accessories and I would, you know, sort by red. Obviously, you're going to want to give your characters the same attribute links and accessories. Otherwise, it's not going to save over. It's not going to keep the same attributes unless you're farming. Then that is a completely different story. You can put whatever you want. You can put on whatever pot links you want. It's not going to really matter. Now, what would I put on this Soifon? Now, you're probably not going to have these summonable accessories like T-sets, gold Pupples, gold Yukis, etc. So let's say you've got Soifon. What should you be going for? Now, there are free-to-play accessories that you can get. The number one free-to-play accessory that I would recommend for players that are coming into this game that you should get of every attribute is the Hunting Cap. The Hunting Cap is a really good accessory for SP characters because it boosts their attack and spiritual pressure plus 15. And this is just going to make your SP characters a lot stronger, boost their SP, and make them do tons more damage. Now, why is this a good accessory? Because you can actually get this accessory for free. All you need to do is go do the accessory training grounds, and you can get one of these for each attribute. And this is universal. It doesn't just save to one character. You can keep it for all of your characters. So once you get one Hunting Cap for an attribute, that's good. You've got at least one accessory done without having to summon. Now, what are more accessories that you can get that are free to play that you can pull from summons, but you can also re-roll accessories? You can turn 3-star accessories into a random 4-star accessory, and you can keep re-rolling those 3-star accessories until you get the 4-star accessory you want. Now, the two that I would recommend mightily for SP characters, mainly Soul Reapers, because those are the main characters in the game, is this is another accessory you're going to want to get for every single attribute, which is the Fortification Pill. The Fortification Pill is an accessory you will run on every single SP character, regardless of if you have a T-set or not. You're going to run the Fortification Pill because it is an elite accessory. It boosts your SP and focus plus 30, which is what you need, just making your character even more overpowered. And the last accessory I'm going to recommend for Soul Reaper characters is going to be, I must have scrolled past, it is going to be the Lieutenant's Badge. The Lieutenant's Badge is amazing because, yet again, it is a free accessory you can get from re-rolling. You can get it from summoning, and it boosts Soul Reaper's captains and Squad 0 characters' strong attacks plus 20. Now, you're going to be using this accessory a lot because mainly characters are characters are Soul Reapers, excuse me. Now, let's say you don't have a Soul Reaper. That's perfect. Now, that's when things are going to be a little difficult, unless, let's say, you have a no affiliation character. This right here, the Katakoran Alpha, is a free-to-play accessory. So for no affiliation characters, this would replace the Lieutenant's Badge. You go into Characters like espadas, Arancars and espadas gain 20% strong attack damage. This is another free accessory you can get just from rerolling, the espada chair. And the last one I want to show is going to be the Kamari. The Kamari is no, excuse me. Kamari is the same as the Katakoran Alpha. It's just a lot better, and this is not a free-to-play accessory. Now, the last free-to-play accessory I want to show, actually, these are not free-to-play, so I'm just going to go over them real quick. Classic Teacup is the best you can get for Arancars and espadas. It's amazing. I actually only have, I believe, 2, maybe 3. Very rare. These are you're not gonna get lucky off rip. If you do, amazing for you, but you know, normally you're gonna be stuck with the free-to-play accessories. So on a Soul Reaper character, free-to-play accessories, you can be able to run off rip if you just reroll, get lucky, fortification pill, a hunting cap, and a lieutenant's badge, and that is enough if you have the right rerolls, which I'm about to get into, to clear most hard content in the game. If you have your link slots leveled up, you have your accessories, and you have your good links, which I will get into in a moment. But last thing I want to go over with the accessories is the rerolls. So once you go into your accessories, you're gonna want to come over here. I'm gonna go to my accessories. Let's just go to this. Actually, this is not a good example. Let's just go to this wooden sword right here. So once you've leveled up your accessory to max, 5-star, level 50, you're going to see reroll second effect. Now, let me use an SP accessory as an example. Let me use this lieutenant's badge, this one. Let me use this lieutenant's badge. So, you know you want spiritual pressure. This is an accessory for an SP character. So, what should you try and get? What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go here, and I currently don't have any, funnily enough. New players are not going to have any. These are going to be really hard to farm. You're not going to get them off rip. So, you know, bear with me and just, you know, keep pushing, because eventually you're going to be able to get these editing brushes. It's going to be a while before you're going to be able to build up your characters, but trust me, once you do, you're going to be perfectly fine, and you're going to have a built account very, very soon. Now, these editing brushes are hard to come by. Normally, they'll have an event come out very rarely, like once a year if we're lucky, called Brawl Quest, where you can just farm the brushes. Now, if that doesn't come out, which it's likely not going to, you're gonna have to farm these in Extreme Co-op, which Extreme Co-op you unlock by getting 7th seat in PvP, which I will show y'all in a minute. That is very easy. But what you're gonna want to do is, let's say you have this SP accessory, you would fill this up, you'd press this, you know, let's say you have 100 brushes, you put all in 100, and it'll say set lottery conditions. What you can do is you can set it to spiritual pressure plus 30, the max SP, and it'll just roll for you. That way you don't have to sit and keep doing it and doing it and doing it. It'll roll for you and just give you it. So let's say you did 100 brushes and you get it in 34 rolls. It'll just be like, take away, you know, 34 brushes and you got it. You can just pick it. Very easy. Quality of life. I wish they do this for transcendence points. Boom. That is how you do that, and I will obviously explain how to get editing brushes in a minute. But next, I want to get into normal attack damage characters. These characters are different. You're going to be able to tell that they're different normally due to their soul trait. SP characters are going to have strong attack recharge time soul traits, whereas NAD characters are 99.9% of the time going to have the soul trait of either damage taken or normal attack damage. Look at your character's soul traits, because that will really tell you what kind of character it is, and that, you know, helped me make connections when I was early in the game trying to figure out what each character was. Now, NAD characters, they aren't going to use these 3 strong attacks or their soul bomb. The normal attack button is their best friend. It is going to do tons of damage, and NAD characters are really, really good. There's a reason why the best NAD character in the game is a 2-year-old unit, because they, you know, drop a really, really good NAD unit. People are just going to auto the hardest content in the game without a problem and, you know, not manually want to play. So for these, it's the same thing with the accessories. However, it's different. Now, what is a set of free-to-play normal attack damage accessories you can get off rip just by re-rolling? Now, sadly, there is not one. I mean, if you want to get the hunting cap and run it on a NAD character, let's say you don't get lucky, it boosts normal attack damage, and you can re-roll it if you get multiple. You can have one built for attack and one built for spiritual pressure. But normally what I would run for the free-to-play account is I would try and get the wooden sword. As you can see, this is for Soul Reapers, but it gains 10 normal attack damage, and then you'd re-roll this just like your SP to attack plus 30. Now that's the best one. But then you want a hollow bait, or I would say pupples are good, but I'll just show hollow baits. Hollow baits boost your attack and focus plus 15, and then you could just re-roll this, same thing as the other ones. These are great for NAD characters, and then the last free-to-play accessory is going to be a Chappy dispenser. It reduces your SP to 0 because, yet again, NAD characters aren't going to want SP. They are just using their normal attacks. And it boosts all other stats by 15. You reroll this. You can run a Chappie Dispenser. I'll just equip them for y'all. Chappie Dispenser, Hollow Bait, and you can run yourself the Wooden Sword. And obviously these are not the right accessories. Sajin is a mind character, not a power character, but this would all say attack plus 30, and you'd be booming. You'd have your attack, as you can see right here, attack 1542 plus 1157. That's just due to the accessories. Now, you've got your accessories equipped on your characters. You got your NAD characters accessories. You got your SP characters accessories. Now, how do you make your characters even stronger? That's where we get into links. Now, links. I mentioned earlier your soul trait. You see how this is strong attack recharge time minus 14. You're going to want to use SP links on other SP characters and NAD links on other NAD characters because for obvious reasons, I would feel like. Now let's go to Soifon. Character link. You're not going to have great links off rip, but the main thing you're going to want for links are going to be either resurrectable characters or a Senkaimon character. I'm not going to get into Senkaimon yet, but resurrectable characters are old units where they have given them further skills to try and save them and make them better. If you play Dokkan Battle, if you've ever heard of Dokkan Battle, if you know what an Easy A is, it's basically the same thing as an Easy A. Just trying to take old units and make those units viable. Now, does it work a lot of the time with K-Lab? Not really, but they try their best. So, let's say, for example, my Soifon. I already have a set loaded, so I may as well just load it for y'all and show y'all. This is basically my perfect build for my Soifon. It gives her strong attack recharge time minus 12 while giving strong attack damage plus 16, damage inflicted at full stamina plus 25 for both, and then some strong attack recharge time. This is just going to make her an absolute powerhouse. These links are going to boost all of her stuff on top of the accessories, so you're going to have your links boosting your character, your accessories boosting your character, your link slots leveled up, and last but certainly not least, I'm just going to cover over this real quick. You're not going to really be doing this yet, but let's say you pull Soifon, somehow you get her T20, you know, this is your character you've worked on the most. What you can do, you go here, Transcendence, and you level this all the way up to 10. Now, the scrolls I mentioned earlier from the Epic Raid Shop, you farm those, and you get that stuff from a mode called Chronicle Quest, and that's how you transcend your characters. But beginners are not going to want to focus on Transcendence. So I went over links, I went over accessories, I went over SP, I went over NAD, so you should know the difference between characters, how to tell the difference between characters, what links to use, what accessories to use. Now, if you're not sure what links are the best, don't worry, because I have a video on links, what are the best links, coming out tomorrow, and that'll give y'all a tier list showing y'all a lot of resurrectable links, like the best links in the game for each attribute. It doesn't have all the characters, I wish it did, but it is still a really, really good list and shows about 99% of the characters and the best links in the game. So, went over links, went over characters, went over how to get orbs, went over what banners you should summon on. So, let's say you farmed up. You've gotten, oh no, they're really going to do this to me. Y'all, I'll be back. Alright, you guys, I'm back. I am so sorry for that abrupt end right there. For some reason, I don't know if this is a problem for y'all, but in Steam, whenever I get the login rewards, it doesn't let me click it, even with a controller or a mouse. So, like, I had to close my game and restart it. It's really weird. It's always been like that. But I realize I'm 28 minutes into this video and I've only covered really the basis, so I'm just going to zoom through the rest. Now, next, so you've got your characters built, you've got your link slots, you know what accessories are, you know what links are, you know the difference between an SP character and a NAD character. Now, boom, I'll show y'all Brave Battles. Brave Battles, new accounts, you're really only going to want to shoot for 7th seat. You can stay in 7th seat. There's tier lists out there on PvP characters. As a matter of fact, I may make one myself. To know if a character is a PvP character, you're really just going to want to check their skills and check if they have the Brave Battle skills. It's pretty obvious if they're a PvP character. Another way to tell is actually, as a matter of fact, this is great for new players. All you need to do is just go here and check top 10 most used characters, and these are the top 10 most used PvP characters. These 3 right here are the best PvP characters in the game. If you guys wanted an idea of, you know, who's good in PvP, who should I get to build my team, these are the best PvP characters. PvP, they're all normal attack damage characters. You're going to want to build them with either normal attack or defense. It's complex. I could get into Brave Battles. It could be a video in and of itself. But more content. Let's see, what else is there? Oh, I never taught y'all how to farm super pots. That is my fault. You cannot get super potions from epic raids. So people are probably wondering, well, how do I get past 10? You're gonna have to grind this thing called Inheritance Trial. Inheritance Trial is pretty hard content. If you have a pot character, you can go in T10 and likely get carried by people. People aren't really going to be picky as long as your link slots are at least level 10. So just farm here for your super link slot potions. Right now, I'd honestly just recommend y'all farm this 9th anniversary co-op quest, because you'll get a lot of potions and EXP crystals, and you can really get really lucky. And get a ton of potions to start your account with. Like I said, it's just a game of luck. So that's how you farm your super potions. Super potions are needed to get your characters past link slot level 10. So that's how you farm super potions. That is covering Inheritance Trial. I did cover epic raids. I am not going to cover arena. I am not qualified to cover arena because I don't play it. Guild quest, I'm not too into guild quest. I've just been getting into guild quest actually, so I'm a little embarrassed. I don't want to show you all my guild. I'm not a part of a guild right now. But guild quest is just something that comes out weekly. It's hard. It's mostly for veteran players. You should divert your attention from guild quest and focus on farming orbs and getting your box, all of your characters leveled up to level 200, and starting to link slot those characters, build your accessories, and build your links. Get better links by getting older resurrectable characters. Obviously, you're not going to have those off rip, but you know, you just get the best links possible for your characters and start building them that way. Now, never told y'all how to get tickets to get more characters or just how to farm materials in general. I have not been farming this point event. I got over 100 million on the last one, but have not really been farming this one due to the co-op quest. The point event is your source for everything. If you want Brave Soul summons tickets to get characters from the premium banner, if you want to get accessories, you're gonna have to farm the point event. Now, point event has bonus characters each month. The bonus characters are going to be the characters that just come out on the most recent banner, as well as, you know, whatever KLab picks. New players farm the point event, get your accessory tickets, get your Brave Soul summons tickets, and it will help you get a ton of orbs, ton of EXP crystals, and a ton of accessories. This is mainly for you guys to go get your accessories. That way, you know, you're not just sitting on a bunch of random accessories and you have to keep re-rolling 3 stars. You can just get accessory tickets and hopefully pull what you want without having to just spend endless time re-rolling. And maybe you can get lucky and pull really good accessories like a tea set, like a Kamari, like a teacup, things like that. So that's the point event. What else do I have to summon? Senkaimon. Senkaimon is something that comes out every month. Yet again, not going to recommend it to a new player. You are going to need a pretty decently sized box, a pretty vast amount of characters, leveled up too, I would recommend, to clear Senkaimon. The normal Senkaimon's not hard. You could honestly probably clear it if you play the game really hard, have a nice box. After about a month, you could probably clear normal Senkaimon, because it doesn't lock every stage. But hard Senkaimon, extreme Senkaimon, you guys are going to definitely struggle with. It's going to take you guys a while before you can clear extreme Senkaimon. It took me a long while before I could clear my first extreme Senkaimon. But, you know, I've covered story, I've covered sub-stories, I've covered the point event, I've covered how to farm link slots. Now, people are probably wondering, well, how do I farm coins? Same thing as the link slots. Just check these skills and check what characters have increased coins. Now, I recommend to all new players use a site called BBS Simulator. It is the best site, hands down, for everything for BBS. It has all the information you will need, and it will help you guys a ton in learning the game, because trust me, this game is not as complicated as people think. It's not as complicated as a game like Dokkan, where I still don't even know a lot about Dokkan. This game is, it's daunting at first. Trust me, when I first got into this game, I was so scared. I felt so overwhelmed, and now that I know everything, it feels great, because, you know, you just to be knowledgeable about the game and to be able to educate, you know, newer players and help them, you know, overcome that, you know, feeling of, well, this is so much, you know, just to try and help people realize this game isn't a whole lot. It's not a whole lot to learn. It's fairly simple. But yeah, that's the main stuff. You know, I could go over like best farming teams, you know, how to get farming characters, but I feel like there's videos on that all out there, and I could cover a lot of these different like subgenres of stuff I didn't cover in other videos. You know, I feel like there's definitely stuff I'm missing, which I'm gonna think of later and, you know, be really upset that I missed that. But yeah, I feel like I covered, you know, most of the main stuff. I feel like the main thing that new players really struggle with is, you know, okay, what do I do first? Where should I throw myself into? Like, what content do I tackle first? And then struggling with, you know, okay, what are all these, like, why is my character level green and yours is orange or purple, yada, 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 and all that stuff, which, you know, just educating them on, you know, link slots, how to farm this stuff to get your link slots up, why it's important, and all that, I feel like is very, very crucial for new players. And yet again, it's not really hard to learn. And once you understand it, you're going to retain that knowledge and never ever forget it. So, is there anything else I'm missing? The limit breaker quest, you guys are not going to be going for that. I'm not happy with the way they've done limit breaker to where it's basically pay to win now. You've got to get the new characters. It does suck, but you know, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. The last thing I could cover, if you need fodder for your characters, like augmentation fodder, like the easiest way to farm that, just go to this, do a 10 times run, you'll get like 80 cons. It's so easy to level up characters. Like, I remember the days of skill keys, farming 5-star raids, and as fun as that was, it does not beat the quality of life that they have built for us now. Here's that accessory training ground I was telling you all about. You can get all the good accessories that you need. You can get guitars for PvP, and you can get the hunting caps for your SP characters. But yeah, I feel like this video was long. I'm not expecting a lot of people to really, you know, gravitate towards this video, but I just needed something to put out today, and I really, really wanted to be able to help y'all out there who are new to the game or returning, and just, you know, yeah, put out a good video out there that covers basically the baseline topics that people struggle with. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video.